Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and I'm late, but I would like to welcome you to Connie's Craft Along. So I will just give people a moment to maybe re-find me. Hopefully, some of you are out there, or perhaps you were looking for me 10 minutes ago. I'm very late tonight. Yesterday, everything went so smoothly. I was ready and it was like, I've got 7 minutes left. What am I going to do now? And it all came together and it was fine. Tonight, I thought I did exactly the same things. And then when I was ready to go live, it said there was a problem of some sort. I don't know. And I could click here to troubleshoot, except that it never works well. So I just had to clear it all out, start fresh, start over, and here we are. And hopefully I'm here. It looks like I'm here. Oh, this is good. If you are here, say hello. Let me know that you are watching. Um, Looked like there was a couple things there. Maybe something did go live before. I have no idea, but I'm here right now. And hoping that you will find me and that you are ready to do perhaps a little bit of crafting. Tonight we have it's a pretty easy layout. It's got a little bit of layering, and you can switch up what you do with the pieces, where you put them all, as usual. But if you need a quick card, this can be a really pretty but quick card. Uses designer series paper, so you know it's going to be lovely. And just a little bit of stamping on the sentiment that I forgot to get out. Oh, my. And I think my stamp is down there because I was going to use Go To Greetings, which is going to retire. And I spent all day yesterday pulling a lot of my stamps and things that are going to retire. So I'm going to run and get that, and I will be right with you. Okay, I am back. I have a stamp set. Oh, didn't grab ink, but I can do that. That's the easy part because it's right back here. It's close. Let me just grab at least one ink. Looking for old olive. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to do tonight. This is, whoops. Guess it would be better if you could see it, right? Yes, some days. Why oh, okay. Let's just do this. There we go. Go To Greetings. That's what I'm going to use tonight. And this one is retiring, but this is an awesome stamp set and one that you will keep on your shelf and use over and over and over because we have all the basics, right? Happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, thank you. And then there's a little hello. But all the others come in different sizes, different fonts, and as I say, cover all the basics. How awesome is that, right? So this one you can see I use Thinking of You, which I think I will use again tonight because it's such a generic sentiment, right? It can be good for all sorts of things. Could be, I'm thinking of you on your birthday. I'm thinking of you if someone's not feeling well or they're just, even feeling a little down or something. You want to cheer them up, let them know that you were thinking of them. Um, it could be, it could be at the time of a loss or uh, at a time of a celebration. Depends what you write inside, doesn't it? I was thinking of you as you celebrate your graduation. We are coming up to graduation, so we need to perhaps think about cards for grads and all the hard work that they have done to finish off their school work and those things. So, uh, yeah, okay. So, if you saw my post or if you got my email. If you got my email, it means you're on my mailing list. And if you didn't get my email, it means you are not on my mailing list. And you definitely want to get on my mailing list because that's how you know about all the good stuff that's going on. I send it all out. I do post on social media, but sometimes things sell out just through my email list. So you want to make sure you're on my email list so you get the first notification of events or activities, sales, whatever the good stuff is, you want to know about it and you want to be the first to know. So if you go to greatstampingwithconnie.com, there is a pop-up and there's also a button that you can subscribe to my mailing list. So, okay. Card base, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Mine is bubble bath. Yours can be whatever color you choose. Piece of designer series paper, 5.5 by 1.75. Piece of cardstock, 5.5 by 2. Bet you can't guess how those two go together. Okay, that's probably a little obvious, but never mind. 2 pieces of designer series paper, 1.75 by 2. Okay. 2 pieces of cardstock, 2 by 2.25. Bet you can't figure out how these go together too, right? Okay, so I didn't say it was a really mysterious card. In fact, I told you it was a pretty simple card. 1/4-inch strip of cardstock and some sort of strip or banner or something for your sentiment. And that's it. That's all we're going to put on this card. As you can see, we've just layered up different designer series papers. And this card base was actually a pre-printed one. So this green background is part of the card base. It was from a set that we had a while ago. So I just have a plain card base. I didn't emboss it or anything. You could certainly add another layer. You could put a full sheet of designer series paper. You could put a full sheet of embossed cardstock. You could do some tone on tone stamping. Maybe we'll do that with the next card. But I think for this one, we're just gonna put it together. So before I start to put it together, I am going to stamp my sentiment. As soon as I figure out what I did with my stamp set. Okay. And I think I'm going to use the thinking of you again. This one. Block. And get this. Okay, so I'm lining up my lines on 2 different lines that are not, they're not adjacent. This graph paper was from On Stage. Brought it back with me. It was on our tables at On Stage. They always have special graph paper on the tables, and when we're done stamping, we can take them with us, which is awesome because then we have a little memento until it gets messed up or too messed up. I got some ink on it the other day, but that's okay. It's just a little bit of it. Okay, Old Olive ink. And hopefully I don't mess this up because I didn't cut a lot of extra bits and pieces. So fingers crossed. I do have a second side, but oh, look, it turned out okay. We're good. Okay. I have too many things on my desk. We had our team meeting last night. Great Stampin' Believers team. We meet to to chat and visit and go over any business things, any questions, any how-tos, any what's up and what's going on things. And then we do a make and take, and we do that once a month on Zoom. And then we meet once a month to craft together on Zoom and just hang out and chit chat some more. And then sometimes, two or three of us or one or two of us will just get together sort of casually and craft. So lots of friendships, lots of community, and lots of other wonderful benefits of being a demonstrator. So if that's something that might be of interest to you, reach out to me and I can give you more information and answer any questions you have. But it's a wonderful community, and there's lots and lots of benefits to be part of the Stampin' Up! Family and the Great Stampin' Believers team. So we would love to have you come along with us. So I just set that down there kind of lightly, and now I'm just going to give it a firmer press on the back. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one down first. You don't have to. You can layer these any way you want, but I think I'm going to put that one down first. And then I will put these layered on top. This glue is getting towards the end. So I will move over to one that you don't have to watch me shake endlessly to get the glue to come out. This designer series paper that I'm using is eclectic something. I'm sorry. It is also retiring at the end of this month. So if you're interested in grabbing a package of this, now is the time to do that. I can't believe we're moving through April as quickly as we are. I guess being on vacation for 1 week has made the month go really quickly, but we are past the middle of April already, heading towards May. But we still have almost 2 weeks left. But yeah, it's going quick, which is kind of a bonus for everyone waiting for the new annual catalog to go live. Another benefit of being a demonstrator, we already have access to that. We have seen it, we have been able to order some products from it, and now I'm working on creating some things that I'm looking forward to sharing with you when May arrives. If you would like a paper copy of the catalog, I would be more than happy to send one to you. You can just reach out to me, and I will need your current address because our systems are not always up to date. So even if you have ordered from me, sometimes it goes and it pulls an old address. So if you could just confirm your current or best mailing address, then I'd be more than happy to send a catalog out to you. And if you have not shopped with me yet, but you would like to, let me know and I can get a catalog out to you. So I'm just adding this strip to the back of my banner, just, a little bit of interest kind of thing. Just trim that off there. Okay, and now I just need to figure out how I want to put these pieces on. So I could do them, this was how I had my sample. This green is a little bit, it's different. I didn't have that on this one, but I thought that would look kind of neat on there. But it's almost interfering with this green. So maybe I should turn these guys sideways and have them just a smidge. I actually kind of would have liked to have one of these underneath here. I already glued this down too. Don't know whether I can get this up or not. So if you've glued something down and then you've changed your mind, dental floss can be your friend. It's better if you've used tape runner. I use liquid glue, but let's see. Since it hasn't been down for all that long, I think I may be able to get it lifted. Just, you have such full coverage with the liquid glue. Hi, Donna, welcome. See if I can get this. And it's very sticky. See, I pulled it up and now it's sticking right back down again. So see if we can get this. Oh, maybe it's coming now. Maybe a little bit. Okay, note to self, plan this out before you start sticking things down next time. Oh, goodness. Okay, it's coming. It's I could stop here and just put this one underneath. Maybe I'll do save myself a little bit of pulling on some of this. I just have to get this out though. I don't want this to be a permanent fixture in my card. Okay. Now it's getting pretty sticky now. You can reuse your dental floss many times, but at some point it does tend to get rather sticky, and mine, especially if you've been lifting liquid glue. So if I put this under and this over, and then this in the middle, I think I kind of like that better. I might have liked them both under. One more try. Shall we see if we can pull it off? And then we will have more flexibility, I suppose, in the design. Again, plan this out before you start sticking stuff down. Don't assume you're going to copy your previous layout completely. Same pieces. But I really like these flowers, and so that's why I wanted more of them to show. Oh my goodness. Now, the other thing I could do, and I would recommend this to you if you are doing this on your own, is grab your heat tool. Mine is, of course, down at the other end of the craft studio, so I'm trying to do this without it. But if you use your heat tool, it will melt the glue. Okay, so that made a bit of a mess there, but ultimately it is going to get covered up again. So I think we're okay. The other thing I could do is just start fresh on a new card base, but of course I did not bring another card base. I'm just gonna trim this stuff off so I don't have lumps under my layers. This is kind of pulled up the cardstock. Look, who knew you were in for all of this fixing and rearranging and redoing and shuffling and everything. Not exactly what I was planning, but apparently it's the real world. So you can salvage these things. You can fix these decision changes and all the rest of it. So I am going to, I think, put them both down on the bottom and then put this over top. And then this will go in the middle. Kind of like that. I think that will work. I think I like, it was probably fine the other way, but it's gonna be this way. I'm putting these guys down. Maybe I'll use tape runner. I used liquid glue because it was going full top to bottom and I wanted to have a little bit of wiggle room in case I needed that, but anyway, use tape runner on these pieces. So this is supposed to be a quick and easy card, but it's not going to be all that quick if you build it and then have to dismantle it and rebuild it. So still easy, but okay, that one's kind of stuck. I'm just going to move this over a little bit to match the size of that border. Okay, and now I'm just going to add some tape runner to this. The glue is still there and still sticky, but we'll just put a little bit more adhesive on there to make sure it really sticks down. Look, about centered. Okay. I hope I like it. If I don't, I'm not changing it. This is how it's going to be. Okay, and then we'll get the sentiment I am putting down with dimensionals just to give it a little pop. And I'm going to put it right centered. It could go up, could go down. I'm just going to put this one right centered in the middle, in between the two boxes. There we go. I like it better with just a little bit of that and more of the flowers. So at least the end turned out happy. Right? A little bit of work to get there, but all good in the end. And then what do we want for some gems, right? We need some bling. What do we have going on here? Old olive and bubble bath. There's some dark pink. They will work, won't they? Okay. So let's put some of these guys down on here. There we go. Okay, saved it. There's a little bit of work, but we saved it. So that's the card. And as you can see, you could have it with your center strip behind or in front. Oh, I should have done this one landscape. Could do this one landscape, except this paper has an up and down pattern. So this one will have to be portrait as well. But this layout will work going landscape. So unless your paper, you just have to cut your paper differently, right? It you can cut 5 long or 5.5 long or 5.5 wide. Either way, it doesn't matter. But you do, once you cut your paper, the decision is kind of made as to which direction your card is going to go. So on there. And for this one, this is from the same pack of paper. And this is one of those mega packs. So there's maybe 48 12 by 12 sheets in it. So it's a very large pack of patterned paper. And you have more than 2 sheets of each pattern. I believe there's 4 sheets. So lots of great crafting. There we go. Now this one, this one will plan. Oh, maybe I should do my stamping, shouldn't I? Get that ready. So for this one, I've brought in Night of Navy, which is the color of my layering card stock. And I'm going to use the same stamp. So thinking of you again. I did it once. Can I do it twice? Time will tell. Moment of truth. Yes. Okay. So I've messed up on the adhesive, but the stamping has been good. Little different than some nights where you just can't seem to get your stamping in gear, and you use both sides of the cardstock and then you go for more. Happens to all of us. But tonight was a good night on the stamping. So again, I am going to, actually, maybe I won't put this on just yet until I decide what we're going to do. We could change this one up a little bit, couldn't we? Do something like this. Close together, further apart, with a gap, with no gap, over to an edge. What do you think? Make it a little bit different. These could even be in and out different amounts. So many options. There's lots of things you can do with this. It's kind of a, whatever you wish. And you don't have to use 2 either. I guess we could just use 1, but let's just play with this a little bit, eh? What about a tiered layering kind of thing? That might be kind of neat too. This. Oh. Oh. Over to this edge. Sort of like in that, just for something different. Okay, I think I'm going to do this time. Just, just to change things up a little bit. So now the tricky part comes in getting it all back together after you have to tear it apart to to get your adhesive on the back. Yes. So I'm going to come in about here, because it doesn't have to be exact. Things are just overlapping. I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing where. So about there. And then I am going to use liquid glue on this piece because I've got 4 layers here. Now the designer series paper is not overly thick, but I also have 2 layers of cardstock, and this has nothing. So there's a little bit of a difference in height, not as much as a dimensional would create, but I just want to make sure this sticks well. So I'm going to use liquid glue to adhere this. Make sure it's nice and stuck. I'll just flip it over, give everything a really nice press. There we go. And then the only other decision is, do we want a little bit of purple going on in here? You don't really see it on that end. You would see it on this end. Hmm. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go with the sentiment this time. Again, just for something different, right? So many decisions. This is a great time to be checking the online store for some really good sales on some of the products that will be going away at the end of the month. Up to 60% savings on some things, but everything is only available while supplies last. So if there's something that piqued your interest through over the past year from the catalog, now is the time to um, look for it if you haven't bought it already, and it might even be on sale, which is always a wonderful bonus, right? Who doesn't love a sale? Okay, I'm thinking these dark pinky purple ones will coordinate, but there's navy in there and crushed curry. And I'm not altogether certain I want to bring in yet another color. I think it's berry burst, which makes the fresh freesia kind of pop, but I don't know about it with the crushed curry and the night of navy. So I'm going to err on the side of safety there and not use those. And I don't know that I have any gems that are, oh, here. Fresh freesia. This looks like fresh freesia. Yes, these are the trio tinsel gems. Then the only question is, will they show up enough? Maybe I should go with something in the more neutral, goldy sort of thing. Iridescent kind of thing. I don't know what this is from. Looks like it's a gem that I found on my desk or something and stuck it on here. I'm not sure it's actually a tinsel gem, but so we'll just leave him there for some other time. That'll do. There we go. Okay. So here's the original card. And then we changed it up just a little by putting the centerpiece on the top eventually. And then we changed it up again by rearranging the pieces. And I didn't do it, but you can do this landscape as well as portrait, and it works out really well. So there we go. Those are the cards for tonight. I hope you like them. Easy layout, as I said, but you can, shift things around, dress it up however you want. You could add some, I talked about adding some tone-on-tone stamping on the back of that, and then I didn't do it, but that's okay. There's lots going on with the designer series paper, so the plain background is probably not a bad plan. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to craft again with you really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.